I am indigenous.
I am Black.
I'm Filipino.
I am a Muslim.
I am Scottish.
I'm an Italian.
I am a Latina.
I am a woman.
I am a woman.
I'm a woman. I happen to be a transgender woman, but I'm a woman.
Implicit bias comes from the people that we love the most. I believe it's an unrecognizable part of our upbringing. See, those people have been through a lot of things. My grandmother, born in 1923, Oklahoma. The level of discrimination, of prejudice, of racism that she experienced, we can only imagine. So we're living through their past hurts and pains and experiences, and we can't continue to do that because that is what introduced to me implicit bias. My grandmother was a maid for a white family in this small town that we grew up in here in Oklahoma. And there were times when I went to work with her. This particular time I went to work with her to play with her boss's grandkids. Well, her boss says to us, "Hey, what do you guys want to be when you grow up?" And I had never thought about it in my life. And the other kids are obviously giving great answers because everybody's clapping, they're cheering, and I'm just kind of sweating bullets, right? But I think about my grandmother in the moment. And I think about how awesome she is, how many people that love her. And so I yell out, "I want to be a maid like my grandmother." And so the adults are clapping and cheering. I'm thinking I just nailed it until my grandmother comes out. And she just gets on her knees and grabs me and says, "Do you think I'm doing this because I want to?" And I'm thinking, yeah, because, that's what adults do. And she said, "No, I'm doing this because I have to. You are going to college." So when I think back about the moment, I realize how awkward it became. Everybody stopped clapping, cheering. We jump in the car to go home. She says, "I wanted to be a nurse, but they wouldn't allow it." And see, that's the thing about implicit bias as well, is it introduces that us versus them mentality. So I didn't ask her who they were, but it had inadvertently been introduced to me that day. And then I remember, back in the day, kids played outside every day, but one summer my grandmother decided, "No, you're going to be inside learning how to read, how to write, how to count." When I said, "Grandma, I'm going to learn those things at school," she said, "Well, they may not teach you the way they teach the other kids." And finally, when I said, "Who, Grandma?" she tells me white people. Well, the reality was I'd never had a negative interaction with a white person in my life. And my grandmother loved everybody, loved white people. But because of what she had been through, for her, even if she knew that she was going to teach me some type of implicit bias, I think it was worth it for her to teach me how to navigate in a world that wasn't built for me. But I know she did it as a way to protect me because she didn't have a mean bone in her body. And it doesn't matter, though. At the end of the day, we have to realize these things, and then it's up on us to go and fix it inside.